Hello friends, and welcome back to yoga with me, your teacher Sam. And today I'm really looking forward to guiding you through this fun, dynamic vinyasa yoga flow. So this practice is going to be really great for just sparking that sense of creativity within you. It's going to challenge you, it's going to make you feel strong, inspired, and ready to conquer your day. So without further ado, guys, go ahead, grab your mat, get some water, and we'll get started. So we're going to go ahead and get started in a nice, comfortable, easy seat. So just take a few moments here now just to adjust your body, get comfortable, and drop into your awareness of you sitting here on your mat. And as you close down, it will soften the eyes, gently placing the palms over thighs or knees in this reassuring sense of grounding yourself into the space. And we'll begin to just become aware of your breath as it flows in and out of your nose. Not trying to change anything, just accepting as is. And just taking this opportunity for your body just to downregulate from that busy doing state to this more kind of restful state, this state of awareness of yourself and the present moment. And we'll begin by just taking 3 cleansing, clearing breaths. So when you're ready, I invite you to take a full inhale through the nose. Feel the expansion of the ribs and the chest, and as you exhale, release, let it all go. And again, a nice big inhale through your nose. And a big exhale as you release and let it go. One more breath, inhaling and exhaling. Wonderful. Allowing your natural breath to resume. Gently blink open the eyes and bring yourself into the space ready to begin our practice. So I invite you just to reach your hands out as far as you can. Really stretch out through the fingertips, and as you reach as far as you can, settle the fingertips then down into the mat in line with your hips. As you arrive into this space, roll the shoulders back and lift the heart, lift through the crown. Feel the spine lengthen. And then on your next inhale, we're gently just going to lift the chin and the gaze towards the ceiling. And as we exhale, dropping the chin down to the chest. And again, inhaling, lifting the chin and the gaze towards the ceiling, moving slowly and mindfully, keeping the tension in the arms. Exhale, chin to the chest. Twice more, just like that, moving with your breath. Exhaling. And one more, just like that. Exhaling. Inhale, lift through the crown now. Reaching your right hand over to the side. Inhale, stretch and reach up and overhead, left arm. And as you exhale, press the palm down as you spiral the heart open towards the ceiling. Coming into a side stretch, pressing down through the left sits bone and taking the breath into that left rib cage. A couple of moments here just to be in your sensations of the shape. Breathing. And one more breath. And then as you exhale, turn the gaze down towards your right knee, and we'll just float the left palm down, all the way down towards the right knee. And as you inhale, reaching up to the sky with that left hand, creating space as you open the heart. following the fingertips with your gaze. And then exhale, closing that palm back down to the right knee. Moving with your breath. Let's do that twice more. Inhale, open, find that space. And exhale as you close that space. Now taking your time here, there is no rush. Moving through full breaths. One more time, inhaling. And exhaling, left hand meets right knee now. And sitting up through the spine, sweeping your right hand behind you, coming into a seated spine twist, lifting through the crown. Looking over your right shoulder, allow the knees to be low and light. Take a couple of deep breaths into the back space. As you inhale, feel your ribs separate, and as you exhale, feel them gently close back in. One more breath. Really nice. On your next inhale, reaching the fingertips up to the sky, square the hips and the shoulders forward. Exhaling, floating left palm down, all the way down, and reaching up and overhead as you inhale with the right hand all the way over to the left, turning the chin towards that right armpit, spiraling the heart open towards the sky, rooting down through your right sits bone as you lift up and out of the ribs, breathing into the ribs. Take 2 more breaths. Enjoying those sensations in your body, how lucky we are to be able to feel them. 1 more deep breath. Really nice. Okay. And the gaze drops down now to the left knee, right palm to left knee. And then as we inhale, reaching right hand all the way out and up, back in space as you open the heart. Exhale, closing the space as the right palm comes back to the left knee. Following the fingers with your gaze. Inhale as you open, find the space. And exhale as you close the space. Let's do that just twice more, moving with your breath. Inhale, find the space. Breathing into that space and exhale as you close. Last one here. Inhale, open. And exhale, close. Right hand stays over the left knee, sitting up now nice and tall through the seat, sweeping your left hand behind you, coming into that twist as you look over left shoulder, stacking hips, heart and head, lifting through the crown, knees light and low. A couple of deep breaths into the back space, inhaling and exhaling. 1 more deep breath, inhale and exhale. Next inhale, reach the fingertips up, square the hips and the shoulders to face forward. And exhale, press the air away, palms to the side of the hips. Extending the legs out nice and long now, big toes and ankles just kissing at the top. Gentle bend in the knees maybe, and a stack of the spine sitting tall. Inhale, reaching the hands up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, lead with the heart, torso long, hinge from the hips, start to melt forward. And I want you to cross the arms over now. As you either find the outsides of the shins, the ankles, or the feet, soften down through the elbows. As you drop the head in between the space in the arms, allow the shoulder points to soften. In this forward fold-like shape, and just allowing yourself just to nestle in a little bit now. And breathing into the back, nice, full, expansive breaths. And feeling the tensions in the backs of the legs, maybe the upper back, lower back, shoulders. And just breathing into those spaces as your body does its work. And taking one last moment here, inhaling and exhaling. And releasing the hands as you walk yourself out of the shape. Spinning the legs behind you, we'll come into an all 4 tabletop position. Hands shoulder width apart, knees hip distance apart. Pressing down to the tops of the toes. Just slowly send the bottom back to the heels as we settle back in a child's pose-like position. But what I'd like you to do is just press down now onto the forearms and the palms, keeping the hands again shoulder width apart. Looking ahead with the gaze towards the top of the mat. I'm going to do a little bit of a creative interpretation of cat and cow. So on your next inhale, leading forward with the crown of the head and the chin as you push forward with the chest slow, pressing into the palms now as you lift. As you exhale, catting and rounding through the spine, press the bottom back towards the heels. And again, inhaling, pressing down, forearms and palms, leading with the head, the chin and the chest low. Exhale as you lift and round back. Well done. Let's do twice more, moving with your breath. Beautiful, lovely. One more time. Perfect. This last time now, inhale as you keep it low, shifting forward. And as you exhale, rounding back. Tuck the toes now and lift the tail towards the sky, finding downward facing dog. And just take a moment here in downward dog, just to be in the shape, wrapping the armpits underneath, gaze between the knees, gently hugging the ribs. Maybe a little slow pedal through the heels just to work out any tensions at the backs and the legs, the lower back, the hips. And when you're ready, finding stillness now, settling in. Shifting the weight towards the left leg, inhale, reach your right leg back in space for three-legged dog, keeping the hip point square, point the toes down towards the mat. On your next inhale, lift lightly upon your left tippy toes and shift the weight forward as you bring the right knee in towards the chest space. And lightly just stepping the foot through now on the inside of your right thumb wrist. Lengthening and lifting through the torso, press your left foot back as you release the knee for low lunge Anjaneyasana. On your next inhale, reach up to the sky, finding this low lunge, biceps back towards the ears, lifting up and out of the hips. Take a moment just to be in the breath, the shape. Breathing deeply, well done. On your next exhale, reach forward with your right hand, back with your left as you twist towards your right. Allow the shoulders to drop as you look towards the back of the mat, coming into this twist. Keep the crown lifted. Take one more deep breath here. Turning the gaze towards the top of the mat, we're going to reverse this twist. So inhale, reach up to the sky with the left fingertips, taking your right palm on the inner of your right thigh. Take a moment here as you breathe in, reaching up and out of the hips. Inhaling, reach through those fingertips. And then exhale, cartwheel the left palm down to the mat as you reach the right fingers up towards the sky. Looking up towards the sky here, stacking the shoulders, keeping the heart open. And then when you're ready, growing taller as we tuck under the left toes and lift the left knee off the mat. Taking a second just to be here in this shape. Inhale and exhale, gaze down towards the toes as you float that right hand back down, framing the right foot. Inhale, look ahead and get ready to take a big step forward with that left foot, meeting right top of the mat. Exhale, send your bottom down into a chair. Inhale, reach the fingers forward. Utkatasana pose, weight back into the heels. Keep the chest lifted, gaze ahead. Take one more inhale here. And then when you're ready, rocking forward onto the balls of the feet, lifting the heels lightly and then slowly sinking the bottom down to the heels as we come into a little squat-like balance. Hands together at the heart space in prayer. Take a moment just to be here in the shape, breathing. Focusing your gaze and your intention. Well done. When you're ready, release the hands down to frame the feet, pressing into the palms, lift the tail so you can step back into high plank pose. Releasing the knees down for our first vinyasa, lowering through the chin, the chest. Inhale, slither through onto the belly, pull the heart through for a high cobra. Roll over the knees, tuck the toes, lift the tail, downward facing dog. Take a moment here just to find yourself in the shape, downward facing dog. Nice deep breaths in and out. Check in with you. Taking a moment of stillness to preserve the energy and connect to the breath. And then when you're ready, weight shifts to the right foot. Inhale, left leg floats back in space. Hip point square, three-legged dog. Press the toes down towards the mat. Well done. Next, inhale, lift lightly on the right tippy toes. Exhale, draw left knee to the chest space as you rock forward and step that foot lightly just inside that left thumb. Push that right foot back as you release the knee and the foot, arriving into your low lunge. Anjaneyasana as you inhale, reach up to the sky with the fingers. Settling in here for 2 breaths. Keep lifting up and out of the hips. Take a moment just to breathe, to be here. I'm going to prepare for that twist as we reach forward, right hand back with left, exhaling, twisting to the left, looking towards the back of the mat. Keep the crown lifted. Make sure you can breathe in this space. Beautiful. Okay, let's reverse this. Inhale, right hand to the sky, left hand on the inner of right thigh. Lifting up and out. Take one more deep breath here. And as you exhale, cartwheel the right palm down, reach the left fingertips to the sky. Stacking the shoulders, opening the heart, pressing firmly down through the right palm. Preparing yourself to grow taller as you tuck under right toes and lift the right knee. Keep the tension in that back leg as you press back through the right heel. Keep the heart lifted. Take a nice inhale, and as you exhale, gaze down to the toes as you circle left hand down, frame left foot. Inhale, look ahead, lift through the heart and prepare to take that big step forward. Right foot meets left. Toes touch as you exhale, bottom down into your chair. I'll just scoot back a little bit. Inhale, reaching fingers forward, Utkatasana. Send the weight back into the heels. Keep the chest lifted. One more deep breath. And then when you're ready, floating the hands down as you rock forward onto the balls of the feet, lifting the heels and slowly sending the bottom down to the heels. And bringing those palms to touch again at the heart center for that balance. And we'll just take a couple of breaths here just to be in the shape, just to catch our breath if it is needed, and to focus, clearing the mind. Feel your power, your capabilities here in this pose. One more deep breath in. Exhale, circle the hands down, press into the palms, shift the weight forward, lift the tail, step back into plank. Flowing through full vinyasa or knees, chin, chest, belly, whatever feels good for you. So chaturanga dandasana, inhale, upward facing. And then over the toes, downward facing dog. Exhaling as you take a moment here, downward facing dog. And we're just going to guide the feet now to the very edges of the mat so the legs are a little wider in your down dog, pressing the ribs back to the thighs, spreading the fingers wide. Just take a moment just to feel what it's like to be here in this shape. And take a moment of stillness to connect to the breath. You'll feel your power. It's going to help get you to your next destination. So looking towards the top of the mat. Now getting there whichever way serves you best. But if we can, we're going to take a little hop into Malasana, yogi squat at the top of the mat. So when you're ready, looking ahead, maybe a gentle bend through the knees for the momentum. And then hopping forward, heels in, toes out, sending the tail low, palms touch at heart center. Elbows on the inners of the knees, lifting through the crown and the heart. And taking a moment just to be here in this shape. And again, this is a little bit more of an intermediate practice. So if you do have any blocks, then maybe just placing anything there to support you if you do need it. Always making sure whatever you arrive into feels good for you and in your body. We are all different. And you, my friend, are your very best teacher. I am just your guide. So let's just take another breath here as we enjoy being in this shape. Maybe closing down the eyes. And then when you're ready to come away, just slowly releasing the fingertips in front as you lower the tail down to the mat. Bringing the feet in front, pressing into the soles of the feet, about hip distance apart, lifting through the heart space, guiding the palms of the hands behind the thighs and walking the toes and the heels to touch. Keeping the spine long, heart lifted. Send the weight back into the sit bone. And then when you're ready, floating the heels away from the mat for Navasana boat pose, one of my all-time favourite. A really good core pose here. Now you can stay as you are if this is enough for you today, or maybe reach the fingers out, surrendering the palms towards the ceiling in this essence of receipt of your energy. And maybe you can extend and straighten the legs for a little more, keep the heart lifted. Take a deep breath, remember to breathe. One more deep breath in. And exhale, slowly release and just hug yourself over, hugging the knees, dropping the head down. A brief moment here before we reach those fingers forward and take a very mindful recline. All the way back to the mat. Take your time to feel into each portion of the spine, the lower, the middle, the upper, the shoulders, the neck and the head. Just take a moment here just to allow the shoulders to settle, pressing the palms down to the sides of the hips. And we're just going to walk the soles of the feet now into the bottom. Maybe a little adjustment of the lower back space just to make sure it's nice and comfortable and meeting the mat. Chin slightly dipped to the chest. You're going to invite this right ankle and place it just above your left knee. You find yourself here, allow that right knee to fall out to the side and that gentle opening. Pressing down through the palms. We're going to invite that left knee towards the chest. For figure of four pose, thread the right hand in between the space and the legs to meet the left hand behind left thighs, the fingers interlink. And we've got this push and pull sensation here. So we're gently pulling towards us with that left leg as we push away with the right knee. And maybe you just press the left heel towards the ceiling, flex toes to the face to stretch out that hamstring. You can also take a little rock from side to side. That feels really nice actually. So just take a moment to find what feels good for you. And just give yourself a moment just to be here, settling the shoulders down into the mat. Release the tensions from the face. Nice deep breath in, a nice deep breath out. And we're just gently going to bend that left knee, curling the heel back down towards the bottom, releasing the grip and pressing left sole of the foot back down to the mat. And pressing down now into the palms. Energy and intention spikes through the left heel. As we inhale, we slowly start to lift the hips up towards the ceiling, peeling the spine away from the mat and coming into this kind of one-legged bridge option for a little bit of a more dynamic take on the pose. So just being here for a moment, feeling into your strength, keeping that right knee nice and open, feeling the stretch down the side, perhaps of that IT band. Taking one more deep breath in. And then exhale, slowly manipulating the spine back down into the mat. And we're going to reach the arms out to the side. Find your wings. Take a deep breath in. And as we exhale, allow the knees just to gently pop over towards your right as you look towards your left. And again, having this nice stretch down the left side of the body. Allow the shoulders just to settle back into the mat. Allow gravity to take over on these knees as you relax through the toes. Release the tensions out of your fingertips. We'll take a couple of breaths here. Enjoying, just being still for a moment. Enjoying, noticing the breath, the sensations, and how when we drop our focus into the body, we have that capability just to change the experience somewhat. As we find space, we settle and we soften, we release the tensions. Okay guys, take one more breath here. And when you're ready, chin to chest, followed by those knees. Pressing the hands back down the sides of the hips and replacing the right foot back into the space. Maybe a little windshield wipe with the knees if that feels good. And we're going to take those stretches to the other side. Make any adjustments that you need before we do. So lifting that left ankle now and just placing it above the right knee. Allowing that left knee to fall out to the side. Inviting the right knee to the chest as you thread left hand between the space and the legs to meet the right hand interlinking fingers behind the right thigh. And that push and pull action again, pulling towards you right thigh and allowing the left knee just to press away. Rolling the shoulders down into the mat, a gentle dip as the chin to the chest. And if you want that extension through the right leg, just gently pressing the right foot up towards the ceiling, keeping the toes flexed. And again, you can invite that little rock left to right if that feels good for you. But just whatever you're doing, make sure it feels marginally good. And in yoga, we don't want things to be too easy because we want our bodies to work. We want them to feel like something has happened, like we've stretched them, we've released the tensions. But equally, we don't want to push them too far beyond what they are capable of, because that, my friends, is counterproductive. So I like to work on this traffic light system of green, amber, and red. And then we always aim to be in that amber zone where we feel as though we're working, but it's within our reach, it's within our capabilities. So when you're ready, gently curling that heel back down towards the mat, releasing the grip behind the leg and pressing the sole of the foot back down. Beautiful. Press down into the palms again, and when you're ready on that inhale, slowly start to lift the hips up towards the ceiling and peeling the vertebrae away from the mat as we come into this kind of one leg bridge. The left knee falling out to the side. Feel that stretch. It can be quite intense, so just meet yourself where you're at. Taking a nice deep breath in and out. One more inhale. And then with the exhale, peeling the vertebrae all the way back down. Allowing the arms to float out to the side. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, pass the knees over to the left as you look towards the right fingertips for that little twist. And we'll just spend a few moments here, just softening, completely passive. Allowing tensions to fall out of the fingertips and the face, the shoulders, the toes. Breathing into this right side. Enjoying one more moment here. Before guiding the chin back to the chest space, followed by the knees. Replacing the left foot and hugging the knees to the chest. And we'll just spend a few moments here just rocking left to right, massaging the lower back space, maybe drawing some circles on the ceiling with the knees. Really nourishing, really restorative. And you have the option now, if you wish, if you want to spend a little bit more time relaxing on your mat, feel free to welcome a Shavasana. Or if you're ready to get on with your day and take all this wonderful positive energy with you that you've cultivated, this high energy that you've cultivated throughout your practice today, then gently drawing the knees to touch, guiding palms behind the legs. And we'll just take a gentle rock and a roll of the spine, massaging the length of the spine to build momentum, to come back into a seat where we will close our session today. So again, as we started, placing palms reassuringly over thighs or knees, a gentle light lift through the heart and the crown and close of the eyes as you take a nice deep breath in and an exhale as you release. And now just guiding the hands in prayer at the heart space as you bow your head in for a moment of reflection of your time spent here on your mat today, and just honouring yourself for showing up for you in this way, giving back to you. I know it's not always easy to bring ourselves to our mats, but I know that when we do, we always feel better for having done so. And so take a moment just to honour yourself for showing up for you and offering gratitude for your wonderful body for carrying you through. Thank you so much for taking your time to join me today. It really is a pleasure to be able to guide you, and I hope to see you back here real soon for another practice. Have a gorgeous day from my heart to yours. Namaste.